Third-rate gamer here. I was going to go on a road trip with my retarded sidekick until I decided to play some Super Nintendo. Except I don't have a Super Nintendo. But then I remembered I got an emulator right here! Now this review will be a double-sized episode, so it's kind of like getting 2 reviews for the price of 1, basically. Cool Spot was a huge advertising icon for kids growing up in the 70s and 80s. And in the old television commercials, he would walk around and stuff. His popularity was so huge that it even crossed over into the realm of video games. There were 2 popular games, Cool Spot and Spot Goes to Hollywood. For part 1, I'll cover Cool Spot, and for part 2, fuck it, forget about part 2. So could Cool Spot possibly be a possible good game? Abso-fucking-lutely not, this game is horrible! Shell Shock? I can't believe it! They stole that right from TMNT4, which is only available on the NES. What a shameless ripoff! Cool Spot? What the hell are you doing here? I'm in the middle of a joke that I'm gonna keep repeating throughout this review. Now get the hell out of here! Why do I keep putting these interruptions into my show? You start the game in the desert, and you get to play as Cool Spot. This game really reminds me of Diablo because in both games, you control a character. Now here's how the game works because my viewers have never played a video game before. When you push the A button, you will move into the air, which is called jumping. Now the B button will cause you to attack. You can use this ability on your enemies in order to defeat them. But when you're doing that, make sure the enemies don't hit you. When the enemies hit you, you take damage. Taking damage is a bad thing because if you take too much damage, you lose a life and go back to the beginning of the level. This number right here is the number of lives that you have. You lose 1 every time you take too much damage. And the worst part is, if you lose all your lives, the game ends. It's really enough to piss a gamer off. First you have to collect these other spots, which increases your coolness. What the fireballs of shit? It should start at 100%, cause I'm the fucking third-rate gamer. Hell, I'm at least cooler than that fucking angry video game nerd who ripped off my Castlemania review again. Seriously, are you gonna sit there and tell me that it's just a coincidence that he reviewed the same 3 games I did, and just happened to use the same title card that I did? How can anyone even defend this asshole? It's mind-baffling. So I'm still looking for more of these red dots, and what do I come across? An MP3 player! Awesome! I wonder if they have any Van Halen songs by Van Halen. Bitchin'! Holy shit! Gimme, gimme, gimme! Fuck! It won't let me pick it up! What a bunch of penis pancakes! Ugh! This game is so frustrating! Wait a minute. Frustrating. I did it. I said it correctly! I finally learned how to say the word frustrating! Anyway, another thing that makes this game so frustrating is this power-up here. It says 7-up, but when I grab it, my number of lives doesn't increase at all. Didn't they test this game before they released it? You know, it wasn't funny the first time you showed up, so keep doing it! It also bothers me that this game has crabs. Crabs, get it? This game has crabs. No, you don't get it? Don't worry. I'll ruin the joke for you when I get around to re-releasing this video. And I'll also add a short segment where I say the game isn't really that bad, because that will make everyone forgive me for bashing such good games. These crabs are all over the damn game. I thought I was playing Cool Spot, not Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Shit! This game would be a lot more easier if there weren't so many enemies trying to kill me. Just leave me alone, I'm trying to collect dots. If I can't beat this game, how the hell do they expect an imaginary character to do it?
Yeah. I don't like this game. It sucks because I keep dying on purpose.
Well, thanks, Billy. Find cage? Shouldn't this say find the cage? This is some of the most worstest, most stupidest piece of not good grammars I ever saw. So once you find cage, you shoot it and the level ends. And skilled enough players will move on to a bonus stage. This bonus stage is the biggest piece of shit I ever saw. Just look at all this shit. What is this, a fucking Picasso painting? This also becomes a pain in the ass when time runs out, and the bonus stage ends. You think that's bad? Remember the time I tried to go to space and use a credit card? Do you take Discover? See, I told you my humor is just like Family Guy. I'm also just like Penn and Teller's Bullshit, which is only available on HBO. After level 1, you move on to level 2. This level is just horrible because... I'm not gonna bother explaining it. Level 3 is this really spooky building. Wow, this spooky building really needs some investigating. And some game designer who's laughing his ass off decided to make each level more difficult than the previous, if you can believe that. But what are these enemies doing in a 7-Up game? Were any of these guys in the classic commercials? Why didn't they use any of the other classic enemies from the commercials, like... But no, instead make way for Crabman, Worm Guy, this mouse thing, and Mr. Fireman. And you may not have noticed, but there's a lot of product placement in this game for a popular cola, 7-Up. Sure, a logo can go a long way, but do they have to put this shit all over the frickin' game? These advertisements somehow ruin the gameplay for me. Fuck this shit. I'm turning it off. Well, now I've just about had it.
Holy fucking shit!
Ah, 7-Up. Oh, I'm all out. Well, I guess it's time for a refill.
Fuck!
Now I loved 7-Up when I was growing up, but wait a minute. Where the hell's the DNL? That's right! DNL, the long-lost flavor of 7-Up. DNL got its name from 7-Up because if you turn 7-Up upside down, it looks like it says DNL. I loved DNL when I was a kid because the name is a dumb little joke, so it really matches the humor on my show. Over the years, 7-Up came up with a bunch of other flavors, like 7-Up Gold and Pomegranate. But where are these flavors now? Going through the grocery store to find my favorite flavors of 7-Up just isn't as fun as it was when I was a kid. Back in the day, there were about 4 different 7-Up flavors to choose from. But today, you'll find less than half that number sitting on the shelves. Of course, you'll still find the classic flavors like 7-Up and Diet 7-Up. But it begs the question, what the hell happened to all these gimmicky flavors? Why are all these flavors missing from the 7-Up lineup? And why take out all the flavors that made 7-Up great? Now we're just left with crap granite. So now what are my neighbors gonna serve at the party I'm not invited to? I just can't figure out why these flavors aren't being sold anymore. Are you seriously gonna tell me that the reason why they stopped is because they weren't earning enough money, so they decided to stop selling them so they could sell the more popular flavors instead and make more money? Fuck that! Fountain drinks are ruined! Now if you excuse me, I gotta go play some Donkey Kong! Third-rate gamer, 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 boom-ka-da-boom-ka-da-boom-boosh.
Big boners!